Hi everyone, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your October 2023 general reading. We're looking at the first half of October from the 1st through the 15th, and this reading is for our crabs, the water sign of Cancer. I hope you're all doing well. Thanks for being here, for watching these videos, liking, sharing, subscribing, especially hitting that like button. Those of you who reach out for personal readings, who comment, who refer and recommend me to others, always a note of gratitude. I appreciate it all. Thank you. Okay, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. If you are cross-watching for Cancer, this is a relevant video as well. It's a general reading, so of course it may resonate a little differently for everyone. So if you know any or all of your other signs, watch those videos as well, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, for additional insight and perspective. If something really does resonate with you about this video, it really hits you and you'd like to take a deeper look at something, or you simply like the reading style, if you are interested in a personal reading with me, for yourself or as a gift for someone else, because personal readings make great gifts too, please email me at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. You can also see that contact info by clicking the description link or the title of this video. I would love to hear from you. I do offer a pretty wide variety of reading choices in all areas of life, of all different types and lengths and budgets. There's something in there for everyone. And I can usually get back to you the same day with all that pertinent information. And I do readings full time. It's all that I do. So scheduling of personal readings is done in a fairly timely fashion as well. So email me if you'd like. I would love to hear from you. Okay, Cancer. Let's see what the first half of October looks like for you. I am using the Tarot of Dreams and clarifying with the Radiant Rider-Waite. And we begin with a new beginning. Ace of Wands, Ace of Fire. The start of a new path, the opportunity for something new. It's exciting, enthusiastic, passion, desire, creativity, inspiration, attraction. With the Four of Coins. Interesting card to put with this. The Four of Coins is kind of our miserly card. It's a card that represents being careful. It can sometimes represent protective, guarded, closed off, somebody who doesn't want to share, whether financially or materially or emotionally. Could be a combination of both. It's sometimes nicknamed the miser card. It can represent stability, but it can also represent stagnation or a sense of thriftiness or needing to be economical or cheap with something. Positive or negative, don't know yet. Next we have the World, the last major arcana card in the tarot, which represents one cycle of the tarot is completing. So the very first major arcana card in the tarot is the Fool. That's where a whole new cycle of the tarot starts. And then the World is the last major arcana card. So one cycle is ended, you've reached that milestone, and now you're moving on to a brand new landscape full of different options or opportunities. So a cycle of the tarot, all the cards in between are about a cycle, a chapter of our life, or a set of chapters that's particularly significant. So there is a major milestone or completion here, which means that there will be a whole new horizon, a whole new landscape with different options and opportunities. But something has to come to an end. There's a sense of completion here. Ooh, with the Wheel of Fortune. So it's God's idea, too, that this is a good time for this, because this is God's spirit, angels, guides, working to orchestrate or allow things to happen. Divine timing and orchestration. Good luck, good fortune. But timing is key here. And I like to call this God's thumbprint or God's fingerprint, this card. So yeah, it's a divine timing and orchestration that some significant cycle is coming to an end. And we do have that new beginning, Ace of Wands. Another four, the Four of Swords, the Four of Air. Air governs our mind, belief systems, ideologies. You know, the Four of Swords represents taking a step back to rest, recuperate, recover. So it can represent feeling really tired, feeling really worn out, and just saying you're done for a bit. I need to kind of rest, recuperate, particularly mentally. You know, it's interesting because when you look at the cycle of the card, the suit of swords, the card right in front of this would be the Three of Swords. You know, the cards, when you look at all of the suits in the proper chronological order, they tell a story, right? The Three of Swords was preceding this, which is a card of emotional pain, heartache, heartbreak, breakup, separation, something like that. And the Four of Swords is where you kind of go off because you're just worn out. And the next two cards are about kind of, bringing things to an end and healing. So kind of stepping back here. Some of you may be quite tired and worn out with whatever this is going on. With the Ten of Cups. So tens represent cycle completion, a cycle coming full circle. The Ten of Cups we call the happy home card or the happily ever after card. Feeling like everything has finally come together in just the way that it needs to, especially where home and family is concerned. It's a card that can represent marriage, the house itself, home, harmony, children, all of that lovely right off into the sunset energy. From the bottom of the deck, the overall energy and focus for the first half of October, Cancer, is the Priestess or the High Priestess. So what's key here, the focal, the theme for the first half of October is your intuition. Trusting your intuition, which is your link to divine. I think if many of you are wondering if this cycle closing out is a right thing, it's divine timing and orchestration. This is a time where you need to pay attention to the synchronicities. You need to pay attention to your intuition. Let's clarify that overall energy of the High Priestess. The Lovers and the Four of Pentacles. Again, Four of Pentacles and coins is the same thing. Four of Earth. So the Lovers is a card that represents a pretty significant choice. And a relationship is central here. Now, the choice or decision that needs to be made may be about the relationship itself. Do we continue forward? Do we break up? Do we split apart? It might be in another area of life that's going to significantly impact the relationship. For example, the World and the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Wands here. There's a closing out of a pretty significant cycle here and a new path opening up. It might be two people together trying to make a decision as whether to move, to retire. I mean, some kind of significant decision that will affect the lives of everyone involved. For some people, it might be a third-party situation, meaning, a choosing between two different people, perhaps in a romantic arena. Now, the Lovers doesn't necessarily need to be a romantic relationship. It often is because of the name of the card, but it could be any kind of partnership, really. Let's clarify the Four of Pentacles, Four of Coins. We have the same card here. Let's clarify that. I want to see if this is a more positive or a more challenging energy. Yeah, okay. So that Four of Coins and Pentacles is clarified by the Five of Wands and the Ten of Wands, which explains why we have the Four of Swords here as well. I mean, the Four of Swords is a card of needing to rest and recuperate because you're tired, you're worn out, you're exhausted. The Ten of Wands is the same too. Remember, tens represent cycle endings, and this one has gotten really heavy. May have started off as just one wand or two wands, but over time it's become a burden. This is feeling overwhelmed. You're putting all of your energy into something and it's too much. You've got to lay it down. And the Five of Wands is a card of conflict. Internal conflict, external conflict, conflict within yourself, conflict with someone else, and it's all clarifying this Four of Coins, which is showing us the challenging side of the Four of Coins here. It's the Miser card. Something it's so tight, it's so stingy, it's so careful, it's so guarded, it's so protected. It may be the relationship itself. Maybe you feel like you're the one putting in the bulk of the effort into this relationship, and you may have been talking about it for some time and nothing is changing, and you're just like, something has to change here. I'm going to make a decision here. Something has to change here. It could be on a financial and material level. It might be there's nothing wrong with the relationship or the partnership, except that, money is difficult. Everything is tight. It's so much. And you may be making a very significant decision here to put yourself in a more stable place financially and materially. You may be downsizing or minimizing, changing jobs, moving, relocating, any kind of major decision as a couple, as a partnership, in order to grow that from where it is. Because the Four of Coins, it's just enough, but it's not. It's always having to be very tight, very controlled, very guarded, right? Let's clarify this Ace of Wands and see what this new beginning is the Fool, and the High Priestess. Again, using your intuition in regards to what you choose to do on this new path. Like you're moving forward on a whole brand new life cycle. Remember I said the Fool was the very first major arcana card, and the World is the last. So yeah, we have my goodness, the water signs. You know, I do these readings every 2 weeks, right? Twice a month for all the signs. And, you know, a lot of times there's a lot of just minor pip cards because 2 week period of time is a short period of time. Sometimes it's just life. It's just life as usual, these things happening. But sometimes it's like, it looks like profound things are happening. And it does here too with your sister sign Scorpio as well. So we have, you know, a whole new life cycle ending, a new one beginning, and using your intuition in that. Let's clarify the World. Four of Wands, Judgment, and Strength. So Judgment is a major crossroads, right? Judgment means that there is a choice in front of you. There's two paths you could take here. And it's often the second chance card, not always, but often. You're being called to make a decision here that could potentially alter your life path, your life cycle here. It's making a specific decision to having the strength, the courage, the wisdom, the true humility to do that. Four of Wands, it's one of the other happy home cards here. Unexpected blessings, happy surprises. Let's clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Major change, I can see that. Death and the World. Again, the World, and then death. Final endings and complete and utter transformation. It's definitely divine timing and orchestration. Oh, look, we have the King and Queen of Cups here. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Makes sense because we have the Lovers here. Look, for some of you, if this is about the relationship itself, it's an ending of a relationship. There isn't anything. It's done. It's completed. That cycle is closed out. For others of you, it may not have anything to do with the relationship, meaning that your relationship is fine. But a cycle has closed out in the two of you's lives, and you're moving on to something different. It could be retirement, you could be moving, you could be, you know, traveling, you could be just, I don't know, jumping on a plane and doing anything really. Major significant endings here. So it's going to resonate the way it needs to for those of you watching it, depending on what's going on in your life. You've made a pretty significant choice here. Let's clarify the Four of Swords. Yeah, Eight of Wands and Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is that long-term security and stability. That's what we want that four to turn into. Long-term security and stability, so you don't have to worry about next week, next month, next year. It's a sense of safety and security. And the Eight of Wands is action, movement, travel, communication. Ten of Cups. Four of Cups, Two of Swords. There's an offer here, but somebody's not having any of it. They don't want to look at it. They don't want to take it. They don't want to do it. What I can see here, I mean, it's a general reading, so the little details are going to vary, but as I always say, the fundamentals remain the same. There's a sense here, at least on one side, of something, it's just not enough. No matter how much you work, how hard you work, how much you pour yourself into it, whether it's an actual money situation or whether it's the relationship itself or some combination of that, it's not working for you. It's never getting beyond the Four of Coins, that Four of Pentacles. It's always this, you know, guarded, careful, stingy energy. On an emotional level, it may be that you've tried to address this over and over again with a partner, and they're fine with things the way they are, and you eventually are making a decision here to move in a different direction. If it's finances and material for both of you together, again, it's the same thing. It's making a significantly large decision that ends a cycle of your life so that you can move forward into a place of security and stability, whether that's money, whether that's emotional, the relationship itself, some combination of both of those. That's what I see happening here. There may be an offer coming in, well, there's this and there's that, but, you know, somebody's like, no, I need to go to a place, I need to move, I need to at least be on a path towards real long-term security and stability. So let's end with advice, guidance, feedback from Spirit. Spirit is saying Ace of Pentacles, that new beginning is key here. Interesting. The Eight of Cups, leave behind that which has proven to be unsatisfying and unfulfilling. Even if it's difficult, even if it's painful, even if you have to leave somebody behind, a person, place, or situation behind where it might be difficult. Oh, goodness. Next, we have that Ten of Cups again, that happy home energy, along with the Two of Cups, soulmate, kindred spirits, and the King of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I feel like this may be for those for whom it's about the relationship itself. And it's really quite stunning because if you scoot over to Scorpio's video and watch their video, it was all about very similar stuff with that King of Swords as well. And it's the same thing. Interesting. But even if that doesn't resonate for some of you, I mean, the primary advice here is to walk away from that which is no longer working for you. And I think that this is something that you're doing or seriously contemplating doing anyway. So I'm going to leave it there. Cancer, those are your messages from Spirit for the first half of October 2023. I hope that they were helpful. I hope that they resonated and gave you some food for thought, validated some stuff, especially in the decisions you make moving forward. Again, if this did resonate with you and you'd like to take a deeper look at something, or you're just interested in a reading with me for yourself or as a gift for someone else, please email me at Maggie@gmail.com. You can also see that email address by clicking the description link or the title of this video. I would be delighted to hear from you and to work with you. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the October mid-month readings. Stay well. Hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.